like to call on Senator Dan Foster.
Thanks, Carol. I'm going to be very brief. You've heard a number of important messages from the folks in front of me. I will first note that just in the last hour or two, I spoke with Don Garvin, who I think many of you may know, and he knows this is E-Day down here, and he's doing well if any of you are concerned, and we'll be back here next week. He has worked, he sends his best to everyone, of course. He has worked with you and has worked with industry over the years, and I'm pleased to see the industry representation here, and I'm delighted by what the potential of this new opportunity for this state in terms of economic development. It has the potential to help our people in many ways, help our businesses in many ways. But I, of course, want to balance that as a physician with concerns about the health of our individuals. Water and air are important, and the public health is paramount. We have the highest level of chronic diseases in the state of any in the country, and I'm working hard on a daily basis to try to look at every aspect of that potential equation. So I'm confident that we can balance the issues of economic development and public health. We need to learn from those who have gone before us in this arena, and we, as the others have said, we want to get it right, and I think we are going to get it right. And I would close with stating only that you can't have a healthy economy without healthy people. Thank you.
And Delegate Manypenny.
Wow, that's a tough group to follow. Well, I'd like to thank you all for coming, and we really appreciate everything that everyone in the environmental community does, and all the different sectors of the environmental community. There are a lot of issues at hand here, not just Marcellus. We still got issues with coal. We've got environmental toxins. There are issues that are so complex that it's going to take a long time to get all of these ironed out so that we do this right. This picture here is from Taylor County, where I represent. There was a chemical spill several weeks ago. I've been trying to get to the bottom of it. Today I was told that it was just a concrete spill from a blowout when they were testing the well, but I don't know the accuracy of that comment. But we all want to have a responsible industry in the state, and we don't want to create unreasonable expectations or impositions on the industry. We just want them to be responsible. We want to hold them accountable for their actions. And there is a 100-page bill up there that there are so many legislators that have not read through that, and it's very complicated. And it's very difficult for us that have read through it, because there are so many details. You've got air, water, roads, etc. And there are areas that aren't addressed. I'm trying to refine a bill called the Oil and Gas Drilling Accountability Act, which would hold any drillers accountable for contaminating the aquifer. And it would use some of the proceeds from the well to remediate the aquifer if they indeed contaminate it. It would also require testing wells prior to and after, and to be drilled prior to the well drilling, as well as tested periodically to make sure that there is no contamination of the aquifer, whether through the fracking process or through surface contamination. And there are other things that we could put into this act to make sure that we have clean air and there are not environmental toxins blowing through the prevailing winds and creating an industrial community in the rural areas of West Virginia. we need to make sure that we hold all industry accountable, not just oil and gas or coal. There are so many industries out there that pollute the environment, and it's time that they are held accountable. It's time that we take our state back. We don't need to be subsidizing industry. We need to make industry subsidize itself. And I'm pleased and proud. There are many issues beyond the Marcellus. I'm looking at some environmental toxins that are in children's products called bisphenol A. It's in plastic products. And we're going to see if we can regulate that for children 12 and under so it doesn't affect them. But we believe that may be causing autism in children, as well as early puberty and the possibility of sterility, cancers, and neurological problems. So we're not just looking at Marcellus and the coal industry. We're trying to look at all of the environmental factors and problems that we have in the state, and I hope that we can address them. I know it's going to be a long and tough road to hoe, but I thank you all for all your support and help in guiding all of the other legislators as well as ourselves through this minefield, and I thank you for all having us here.
I'd like to bring out Dave McMahon from the West Virginia Surface Owners Organization.
Hello? I'm not going to be that bad. My name is David McMahon. I'm a lawyer and co-founder of the West Virginia Surface Owners Rights Organization, who are partnering with the E-Council on the Marcellus Shale bills. We share interests. We have different emphasis and expertise. I could say that surface owners had problems even before the Marcellus hit, with not getting notice when the drill was going to come on us, and those kinds of issues. But then along comes the Marcellus Shale. And understand that as the Marcellus Shale has now become developable, it is the second largest oil and gas reserve in the world. If you look at the Google Earth, it's the industrialization of rural West Virginia. And as an earlier speaker said, we don't want to make the same mistakes we made with coal. We want to make sure that our citizens in our state get a share of the wealth that comes of it, and we don't want to leave behind abandoned wells with no one to plug them, which is a huge problem that we already have with conventional wells. And another speaker said, well, you know, natural gas is more green than some other energy sources. Well, dirty drilling doesn't give you clean energy. It has to be done right, as many of the speakers have said. In particular interest, of course, to the surface owners are that they let us know when they're going to come on before they start doing the surveying, before they file for the permit. Come out and talk to us. Consider our interest in the surface and the number of inspectors, as Delegate Fleischauer mentioned. 12 now inspectors for 59,000 active wells, 6,000 wells out there that are abandoned that should be plugged, but the state doesn't have time to make them plugged because they're doing all these new permits. Again, thank you for coming here, and there are two good bills out there. Our message is let's get these bills going, let's get the dust in both of them, and we need to do it this year because it's going to overwhelm us almost already if we don't do it by now. Thank you very much.